Have you ever wondered if there is a place deep within you that longs for assurance? A place that yearns for a love so steadfast that it can quiet every doubt and calm every fear. I invite you now to pause and consider this longing in your heart, for it is a sign of how much you need my presence. Even if you feel alone, even if your circumstances seem daunting, I am here, always ready to walk beside you. Let your spirit relax in this moment and trust that you are never isolated from my care. I see you, and I know your struggles, hopes, and fears. Let that knowledge be your starting point, a foundation that reminds you that your concerns and challenges matter to me, and that you never need to face a single burden on your own. When you are anxious, take it as a signal that your eyes have drifted to the ever-shifting circumstances around you. Anxiety often grows when you base your peace solely on what is visible, what you can touch, see, or hear, while losing sight of the spiritual reality in which I am fully present. In these moments, turn inward and speak your trust in me out loud. Yes, say it plainly and clearly. I trust you. As you voice those words, you anchor your heart in eternal truth, a truth that outlasts anything this world can throw your way. Let that declaration become a gateway to my peace, reminding you that I am the one who sees you, holds you, and leads you to still waters, especially when the waves of worry rise higher than you think you can handle. Never doubt that I can guide you safely through this day and every day to come. You are not a wandering soul, lost in a world of accidents and coincidences. Your journey unfolds under my watchful care, and I attend to every detail. Yet the place you will most tangibly sense. My nearness is right here in the present. If you stretch your thoughts too far into a future you cannot control, or linger too long in a past that you cannot change, you rob yourself of the opportunity to experience my presence in the here and now. By learning to dwell in the moment, you begin to see the many small ways I show you my love. You notice my gentle nudges, my comforting whispers, and the everyday gifts that were placed before you the moment you opened your eyes this morning. Each day is a unique gift from my Father, given to you so you can discover more of my grace. Think of today like a treasure chest. Instead of looking longingly for some distant gift that might be offered tomorrow, realize that a precious blessing already sits before you, waiting to be unwrapped. Take the time to notice its details, moments of laughter, instances of stillness, or even the quiet realization that you can breathe and move and live. These are all hints of my grace woven into your daily life. When you open your hands to receive this gift with genuine gratitude, you develop a heart that is attentive and eager to see my hand at work. Indeed, as you unravel the layers of each day, you will find me right at its core, smiling and encouraging you to embrace what you have been given. My name is holy and powerful, worthy of all praise. When you whisper the name of Jesus, you are invoking a love that conquered sin and death, a hope that outshines the darkest night, and a grace that knows no end. Let that name be the anthem of your heart when doubts creep in, or when the demands of life become too much. Speak it softly in prayer, or proclaim it in songs of worship. Either way, it draws you closer to me, and it strengthens you against the unseen battles that wage war on your soul. You are free to approach me with confidence, knowing that when you call upon my name, my ear is always inclined toward you. There is no distance too great or heartache too deep that my name cannot reach and heal. I'm delighted by your desire to know me more intimately. Anytime you pause your busy schedule or shift your mind from the worries that swirl around you, you create sacred space for me to enter in a fuller way. Picture yourself stepping onto holy ground whenever you decide to focus on my presence. In that holy space, let your heart rejoice and breathe in the atmosphere of my holiness. Release the weight of your cares and concerns, trusting that I can handle them far better than you can. The splendor of my glory envelops you, serving as a protective blanket that shields you from the negativity and fear that this world often imposes. Time begins to slow, and you feel the richness of each moment. I invite you to thank me for these encounters, these glimpses of eternity breaking into your everyday life. In those sacred moments, you will notice that the frenzied pace of life fades and a timeless calm surrounds you. Let that stillness be your invitation to pour out your heart. Share your celebrations and sorrows, your gratitude and your confusion. Though I already know each detail, your act of opening up allows you to receive my comfort and guidance more deeply. In this quiet place, my voice becomes clearer to your spirit. It might emerge as a gentle nudge, a soft conviction, or a sudden clarity about a decision. Listen with an expectant heart, trusting that I am a loving guide who longs to show you the way. Do not be discouraged if you find it difficult to quiet your thoughts at first. Perseverance in seeking me will reward you with growing peace and confidence. When troubles come, and they will, do not let your heart grow weary. My heart breaks with you when you experience loss, pain, or disappointment. Yet none of these hardships signify that I have withdrawn my love. On the contrary, I can use every circumstance as an opportunity for growth, renewal, and deeper fellowship with me. Fear often tries to dominate when you forget who walks with you. Remind yourself that I am beside you, that my power is infinitely greater than anything you face. Cling to that promise and let it dissolve the grip of anxiety. If your steps feel unsteady, call out to me and allow the strength of my spirit to uphold you. Though you may not see the larger plan, trust that I work all things together for your good, shaping you into a clearer reflection of my love and grace. It is easy to fall into the trap of measuring yourself by society's yardstick. You may catch yourself wondering if you have done enough, achieved enough, or received enough applause to be worthy. I want you to remember that I never judge you by those standards. Your worth is found in my steadfast love, not in your accomplishments or possessions. I formed you with divine intention, planting in you special abilities that only you can offer to the world. You are not here by chance. The same hands that crafted the stars also molded you in exquisite detail. Take time to rest in the truth that you are valued beyond measure, just as you are. Release the need to chase the shifting approval of others, and let the knowledge of my unwavering love be your security. In that assurance, you will find a deep-seated peace that surpasses any worldly accolade. The clamor of life can sometimes drown out my voice. When your mind is racing with to-do lists, worries about tomorrow, or regrets about yesterday, pause for a moment. Seek a quiet corner, even if only for a few minutes, and focus your attention on me. In that space, let go of the constant stream of thoughts and fears. You might find it challenging at first to silence the noise, but gently bring your focus back to my presence whenever you wander. Over time, you will discover a growing capacity for stillness, and in that stillness, my voice can shine through. The more you tune your heart to me, the less power your anxieties will hold. Silence is not empty. It is filled with my love, waiting for you to notice. Embrace the discipline of stillness and watch as my peace floods the corners of your mind. Set aside your assumptions about how your life must unfold. Sometimes you have your own narrative playing in your mind, complete with expectations of what each chapter should look like. Yet often, reality does not line up with those expectations. Roads twist and turn. Doors you wanted to open may remain shut. Trust me with your story, believing that I see every page from beginning to end. Though you may not understand all the events or the timing involved, I weave them together for a good and loving purpose. Do not let detours spark frustration or hopelessness. Instead, allow them to remind you that I am orchestrating something larger than you can see. By releasing the need to control every outcome, you open yourself to the unexpected blessings and lessons I have prepared for you. Let go, and in doing so, gain the freedom to live in faith, hope, and renewed wonder. Give thanks not only in moments of triumph but also in seasons of difficulty. Gratitude unlocks a perspective that sees beyond the immediate. When you develop the habit of saying thank you even when life hurts, you proclaim that my grace is sufficient and that my presence is enough. Gratitude aligns your heart with my truth, shedding light on blessings you might otherwise overlook. It softens resentment and transforms discouragement into hope. This does not mean ignoring pain or pretending challenges do not exist. Rather, it means recognizing that I walk alongside you and carry you through the hardest times. As your thankfulness deepens, your spirit becomes more receptive to my comfort and guidance, and you find beauty emerging from unexpected places. Thus, gratitude serves as a faithful companion, guiding you toward a deeper trust in my enduring love. Bring your burdens to me. Do not allow shame or fear to keep you from my compassionate presence. You might worry that your problems are too small or too big, or that your past has disqualified you from my favor. Dismiss those lies. I welcome you, every part of you, into my arms. When you lay your anxieties, regrets, or even your darkest thoughts before me, you make space in your heart for my healing touch. I see you fully, and my love does not waver based on your flaws or mistakes. True relief begins when you surrender your heavy load, trusting that I am stronger than any sorrow, disappointment, or guilt you carry. In that surrender, you invite my restorative power to flow into your life, stitching up the tears in your spirit and breathing new life into tired and wounded places. Rejoice in my promises. Sometimes the world tries to drown you in a wave of fear, telling you to grasp at control, hoard resources, or stay constantly on guard. My message to you, however, is one of hope and security. Remember that I hold the universe together in love. Nothing lies beyond the scope of my awareness. You may encounter trials or face uncertainty, but these obstacles cannot overpower my divine wisdom. Let my sovereignty be the reason you can rest. Instead of falling prey to the drumbeat of panic, let your heart sing with confidence that I am your refuge, your safe place in every storm. Hold on to that reality so that when life's winds blow fiercely, you remain anchored. In that anchoring, you discover a joy that outlasts whatever chaos or turmoil surrounds you. Understand that you do not walk this road alone. I have placed others in your life for fellowship, encouragement, and mutual support. Isolation might feel safer when your world becomes overwhelming, but remember that companionship can be one of my greatest gifts to you. Whether you gather with others who share your faith or reach out to those who simply offer a listening ear, community reminds you that you are part of something bigger than yourself. By bonding in moments of celebration and moments of sorrow, you create a network of love that reflects my heart. Do not hesitate to seek help or to offer help when prompted. As you bear one another's burdens, you mimic the selfless love I extend to you. This kind of fellowship breathes hope into weary souls and knits hearts together in genuine compassion. Do not underestimate how your small acts of kindness can ripple across the world. Many of the most profound transformations happen quietly, in everyday gestures of love and care. Sharing a meal with someone in need, offering a kind word to a discouraged friend, or taking a moment to pray for someone who feels lost. You do not need to orchestrate grand gestures to make a lasting impact. I see and cherish every act of service, no matter how small it may appear. I often work most powerfully through humble people who are willing to follow the nudge of my spirit. In these quiet moments of obedience and tenderness, you shine my light into places where it is desperately needed. Trust that these moments count, that they are seeds sown in grace, destined to bloom in ways you may never fully realize. I desire to be part of every aspect of your life, not just what you deem spiritual. Each day presents opportunities for you to hear my voice, whether you're cooking a meal, commuting to work, studying, or simply resting. I can speak to your heart through a sudden idea, a gentle conviction, or an influx of peace that seems to come out of nowhere. Cultivate an awareness of my presence so that you can recognize these subtle communications. As you grow more attuned, you'll find that I am not a distant observer, but an active participant in your journey, guiding you with love and wisdom. If you are uncertain whether something you sense is truly from me, bring it to me in prayer. Over time, you'll develop the discernment to separate my guidance from the noise of your own fears or desires. Let your heart remain open, and watch how I guide you even in the simplest tasks. In those moments when you feel your own weaknesses acutely, let it draw you closer to me rather than pushing you into shame. Human frailty is not a mistake. It is part of being created with a need for divine help. Whenever you reach your limit, exhausted, discouraged, or overwhelmed, invite my strength to fill the gap. My grace is not just a concept. It is living and active, ready to sustain you when you have no more to give. This is not to discredit your own efforts, but to remind you that you never have to stand alone. As you lean into my strength, you will witness possibilities opening that you once thought impossible. Through your weakness, my power becomes more visible, and together we can achieve what neither of us would do in isolation. Let this reminder encourage you on the days you feel least capable. Take time to appreciate the simple things in life. The world may tell you that you need more possessions, more money, or more achievements to feel fulfilled, but I assure you that real contentment often flourishes in the most humble settings. Notice the gentle glow of sunrise, the comforting warmth of shared laughter, or even the peace found in quiet solitude. By treasuring these overlooked blessings, you maintain a posture of gratitude and guard your heart against the insatiable craving for more. My design for you is not rooted in chasing endless desires, but in recognizing the gifts that already surround you. When you cultivate this mindful appreciation, you'll find joy springing up in unexpected places. Rather than clinging to what you lack, you become more aware of how I am constantly providing. Let that awareness anchor you to my goodness day by day. Do not be discouraged when you encounter dry seasons in your spiritual journey. Faith can ebb and flow, but I remain unwavering. During times when you feel distant, remember that my arms are always open to welcome you back. A journey with me is not always a straight path. It can be filled with ups, downs, twists, and turns. Yet each step, whether forward or stumbling, can lead you deeper into my love if you keep your heart turned toward me. Resist the urge to give up when it feels like you are taking 2 steps backward for every step forward. My mercy is fresh every morning, waiting to renew your energy and rekindle your hope. Rest in the knowledge that I never grow weary of you, nor do I tire of hearing your prayers. Press on, trusting that I am there with you in every valley and on every mountaintop. Your prayers matter. They are not just words that disappear into empty space, but precious offerings that reach my heart. In prayer, you open the door for my power to flow into your circumstances and into the lives of those you care about. See prayer as a conversation, a moment where you share your heart and also pause to hear mine. While you may not receive an immediate answer in the way you expect, be assured that I am always at work, orchestrating outcomes beyond what you can see. Real prayer is less about forcing a particular result and more about deepening your relationship with me. Each time you pray, you reaffirm your dependence on my wisdom and love. Keep praying, even when doubts nag at you. I am listening, and I delight in every word and every silent yearning you offer. I know that life can stir many questions in your mind. Perhaps you wonder why pain exists, or why some prayers seem unanswered. Take heart. I welcome your sincere questions. Your curiosity can be a path leading you toward deeper trust and richer understanding if you bring it to me with humility. Not every question has an easy or immediate answer, and some truths lie beyond your current ability to comprehend. But I have revealed enough of my nature so you can walk securely in faith. Lean into the mystery of my ways with courage. Over time, you may find that my presence itself becomes the answer that brings peace, even when logic falls short. Keep seeking, keep asking, and remain open to the ways I might respond, sometimes through scripture, sometimes through wise counsel, and sometimes in the quiet stirring of your own heart. If you ever lie awake at night, gripped by worries or haunted by regrets, remember that the darkness is no barrier to my vision. I see you and know the silent battles that rage in your mind when the world sleeps. In these moments, call upon my name and let my peace permeate your heart. Even if your body is tired, your soul can rest in the knowledge that I do not slumber nor grow weary. You are safe in my care, safeguarded by a love that does not waver when shadows fall. Let that comfort settle over you like a gentle blanket, reminding you that you are never alone in the dark. Let your midnight prayers carry you into a restful surrender, trusting that I'm already at work to meet the challenges you will face when morning comes. I understand every facet of your being, your strengths, weaknesses, dreams, and unspoken fears. You never need to hide any part of yourself from me, for my love is not diminished by the parts of you that feel broken or inadequate. When you struggle to find words for your pain or confusion, simply turn to me in silence. I can interpret the unspoken groanings of your heart. Allow me into the deepest recesses of your soul, and do not fear that I will reject you. My love reaches into every corner, illuminating the darkest pockets of insecurity or regret. Where you see only flaws, I see a heart in need of healing. Surrender those hidden places to my tender mercy, and watch as I infuse them with renewed purpose and hope. My desire is not to shame you, but to mend what is torn and restore what has been lost. Take notice of the natural wonders around you. From a sprawling night sky adorned with countless stars to the delicate veins in a single leaf, creation sings of my creative power. These glimpses of beauty are not random accidents. They are expressions of my character, visible reminders of my artistry and attention to detail. When you pause to marvel at a sunset or hear the melodious song of a bird at dawn, let it lift your spirit to worship. Be awed by the realization that the same power that crafted galaxies also cares for the minute details of your life. Let nature's wonders stir gratitude within you, and let them serve as an ongoing invitation to draw closer to me. In appreciating the grandeur and intricacy of creation, you train your heart to see my presence everywhere, filling each day with fresh wonder. Your words hold power. With them you can uplift or tear down, encourage or wound. Be mindful of how you speak to yourself and to others, for each sentence can either reflect my compassion or be a source of harm. When frustration or anger flares, pause before you let a careless word slip from your lips. Let my grace shape your response. If you have spoken harshly, do not be too proud to seek forgiveness. Humility in asking for pardon and in granting it helps mend hearts and restore relationships. In a world filled with criticism and negativity, your words can stand out as beacons of hope and kindness. Choose to speak life over yourself as well, reminding yourself of truths that align with my heart. By reflecting my love in your words, you become an instrument of healing in a realm desperate for genuine care. Patience is a challenge in a fast-paced world that often rewards haste and immediate gratification. Yet patience is intertwined with trust. Each time you choose to wait on my timing rather than forcing your own agenda, you are affirming that I guide your steps with wisdom. Impatience typically arises from a fear that my help or my answer will arrive too late. Resist that fear by recalling my past faithfulness, stories of how I have come through time and again, both in your life and throughout history. I do not fail my children. If you feel restless or anxious while waiting, remember that delays are not denials. They are opportunities for you to develop perseverance and a deeper reliance on me. I work in ways you may not immediately see, aligning circumstances so that blessings arrive at precisely the right moment. Your life carries unique purpose. You may sometimes question whether your efforts make a difference or whether your voice can be heard in a noisy world. Know that I created you for a reason, and I planted seeds in you that can bless others when they bloom. The desire you feel to do something meaningful is a reflection of my imprint on your heart. Rather than allowing that desire to become a source of stress, invite me into your journey of discovery. Whether you find yourself nurturing a family, working in an office, serving in a community, or simply offering a helping hand to a neighbor, your actions matter deeply. When you follow my nudges to show compassion, to lift someone's spirit, or to defend the vulnerable, you are walking in the purpose I have set before you. Trust that these steps, however small they may seem, have eternal significance. I want you to experience the depth of joy that is rooted in my love. This joy differs from fleeting happiness, which comes and goes depending on whether everything is going smoothly. My joy is anchored in the certainty that I am with you and for you, regardless of external circumstances. It is the quiet confidence that arises when you realize nothing can separate you from my affection. Let this joy radiate in your actions and conversations. It can be a powerful testimony to those around you, especially when you remain hopeful and kind in the face of trials. Embrace it in moments of laughter and tears, knowing it does not depend on a problem-free life. Rather, it blossoms from a steady relationship of trust and reliance on my unchanging nature. Never doubt the boundless extent of my love for you. No failure or shortcoming can diminish it, and no achievement can earn you a greater measure of it. It is a gift poured out from a heart that cherishes you beyond what words can describe. When guilt or shame tries to convince you that you are unworthy, remember my grace. Your worth is not measured by your past. In fact, nothing disqualifies you from receiving the fullness of my mercy. Let this assurance shape how you see yourself, a beloved soul, chosen for intimacy with me. As you accept this love, you will find it easier to treat others with the same compassion and respect, allowing my love to overflow through you into your relationships. This is how I touch hearts and transform lives, one person awakened to love at a time. Take these words to heart and allow them to settle into the deepest corners of your being. I remain your ever-present help, ready to guide, comfort, and uplift you through the twists and turns of life. Whenever doubt or uncertainty surfaces, remember that you can call upon me and find solace in my care. As you move forward, cling to my promises and trust in the goodness that underlies them. I know you by name, and I delight in seeing you grow in faith, hope, and love. Hold on to this truth, and let it be a light unto your path. If these words have warmed your spirit or offered you encouragement, please share them with others in need of a hopeful message. And remember, subscribe to the channel so we can continue this journey together, nurturing your soul and strengthening your faith day by day. Amen.